So it's cool because the light right now, the way the lights are hitting, it's a lot better than what I was trying to do before, where the lights were over here. So now that the lights are
Well,
facing to you,
yeah, I mean that makes
and they're
sense.
right directly behind the camera, I was able to catty corner it, and it looks a lot better. Welcome, beautiful family, to yet another episode of Yelking Around, the podcast where we talk about news, pop culture, and personal life stories and reflections. My name is Derek Mayo. I'm here with.
Diana, you're gonna get at the intros.
I'm trying. I'm trying. I have to type them still. I type them and then just so that I know what I have to say in case
That would be totally. You need a fucking teleprompter or some
right?
shit.
Yes, it'd be nice to be able to have a teleprompter.
Have you ever done that? Because I know you've done some like classes and stuff with like.
Yeah, I've actually read off a teleprompter for this gig.
Oh, I just remembered.
Yeah, for this gig that I picked up here in Denver, which paid really well.
Whatever happened to those little gigs?
They just needed somebody that spoke Spanish and had a doctor look to him, I guess.
Whoa, take that as a compliment.
Or her, because he could have been either or.
They
through a friend, they invited me to do a like casting or whatever, and then I read the lines, and they were like, "Yeah, you sound pretty authentic. You need to authentic." They were doing this program. I really don't know what it was, but it was like this medical program to teach medical insurance type thing.
You didn't ever get to see the final product?
You know what? I never did. So there's footage
Somewhere
of me
out there.
somewhere giving lessons and teaching people about, life insurance and medical benefits and all of that. So, yeah.
I don't know why it's so funny to me.
But yeah, I got to read off of a teleprompter, and you have to be good. And now you could do it off of a tablet. It's really easy. Yeah, and it's really nice. It's kind of cool. You could set it at a pace and just make sure to read it. And then sometimes I would fuck up, obviously, and we would have to go back. But yeah, it's weird being in front of a camera and having to read off of a teleprompter.
Yeah, I feel like I would definitely have trouble with that. I think I'm a good reader, but I feel like the intensity of it, I'm like, oh, I can't mess up. It's like, I think that would get to me.
And you can.
Yeah,
that's the thing. You can, because everything is edited.
But you can't tell me after a while of messing up consistently that doesn't hurt you. Like
yeah,
yourself.
no, it's very much, and it also depends how much you prepare yourself for it, right? Like I would read my lines. Maybe I should have read them a lot more, but I would read my lines thoroughly, at least, I don't know, like at least 20 times, just go back and forth. And when it was go time, it was very easy at times, but it was it's a lot of work, actually. It is. You get tired. You get like mentally tired of reading the same thing and then repeating the same thing. And then
maybe they ask you to do it in a different tone.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, there's a lot of that, like, you go through it and then they'll have you do it in a different kind of more rigid tone, or maybe more laxed, or more what's friendly, I guess. Yeah, it takes a lot of work, but it's cool work.
Yeah, that's why I have a lot of respect for actors, because it's not easy to like.
Yeah.
Especially if you're ever get to a point of like, the production of, like, if you're doing a show, for example, like the production of the show
where the pressure's higher,
go, and like you have to kind of produce more episodes maybe in a shorter span of time because of the popularity of the show or something. So.
Exactly. Yeah, no, you're right. And you have to be, you start mixing into like these talk shows, right, where they have some sort of a script, but they also have to like go off the script. True. Sometimes, and that's where the magic happens. No, when they have to go off the script and have to
and
live television, exactly,
live
exactly.
TV.
And they have to use their wits to be quirky, funny, witty, etc.
Right.
So it's finally changing seasons.
Oh my god, I hate this time of year so
really
much.
Dude, I was just about to ask you about that, actually. That was one of my entry topics.
No, I don't like it because
You're not a fall gal.
You know what time the sun was gone yesterday? 5:14.
Oh yeah, because of the daylight savings.
Yeah, I'm just
that's how it's officially
ridiculous.
fall.
I can't. The weather Chef's kiss. The weather has been perfect actually in Denver lately.
Okay, and that's strange because it kind of depends on where you are geographically, how long or short your fall can be, right?
True. I do love fall. I just don't like that the sun sets so fast.
The day is gone so fast.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. It's like, okay, my fucking day is gone, I guess. And I've also been sleeping. I mean, I tend to fall asleep fairly easily when I get home, but I feel like now it's even easier to like get sleepy because it's fucking dark outside.
Yeah. Your body, your clock or whatever.
Yeah, because you're conditioned to.
I don't know what the name of that is. It has
your biological clock.
Biological clock, okay. Yeah. Lets you know, hey, it's time to like
sleepy time.
Yeah, your melatonin starts releasing naturally off of your brain. Maybe I'm just speaking out of my ass, but I know I think I heard that somewhere.
There's something.
And yeah, that makes you sleepy, and then you go to bed. Yeah, because you will be watching a movie and it's like 8:30, and you'll be like already on REM. You know, like you'd be fucking on REM sleep.
I do. I think another thing that I don't like about fall is the unpredictability of the mornings.
What do you mean by that?
Because when you go outside, like for example, I went outside the other day. It looked like a nice day. It really did. But I didn't realize like how cold it was. So like it took a while for my car to defrost.
Oh yeah.
Like it was sunny, but I still had to like defrost my car. I'm just like, okay, like.
Yeah. You still have to deal with that. You're starting to deal with that.
Well, and it's weird because one day you don't have to do anything. I just have to turn on my car and I'm good to go. Yeah. But then the next I'm like, okay, I have to wait another extra 10 minutes in order to be able to leave.
Do the Mexican trick. Do you know what the Mexican trick so that your car doesn't freeze is?
No.
You put cardboard. You put cardboard on your windshield overnight. You won't get anything to freeze.
Really?
Swear to God.
Oh, wow.
It's the smartest thing. It looks a little hood, you know? Yeah, it looks a little hood, but if you do it, you don't have to worry about it in the morning.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
I used to put a piece of plywood on top of my Pathfinder in the mornings because I was what, like 19. I was not getting up in the morning, and I'm like, I'm not about to clean this shit, you know. And I would put a piece of wood. It was like a plywood or whatever. Just put it on top of your windshield. It was just the exact size, and I would wake up with the clean windshield and then just toss it and put it on at night. It's actually quite the hack.
Yeah, I might have to try that. Do you like fall?
Yes, I actually do like fall. But the same thing with, like you mentioned, it sucks that everything goes away so quickly. You know, that one thing that you love about fall is the going out or feeling the temperature, being out in the fall sun, you know, in the fall weather.
Light jacket.
And it's impossible to do because of daylight savings, you know, and just the seasonal change. But there's a lot of cool things about fall, you know, from a lot of people are into fall fashion, you know, that's a whole thing. They like to layer up. They can get really into that. They start dusting off their Uggs, you know.
The fall seasonal dreams.
Yeah. Have you ever owned a pair of Uggs, or are you an Ugg girl?
No, this might give me some hate, but
no. I mean, you can hate on Uggs. They're Uggs for ugly, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think.
I hate him. I really do hate him.
I did see someone that the other day, like a coworker, she was wearing actually these really cute Uggs that they're not like traditional Uggs. They're like a little shorter. Yeah. And I was like, oh, those are actually cute.
Yeah.
I didn't say that's like actually cute. I was like, oh, those are cute.
Yeah.
But like the traditional Uggs, I'm not a big fan of.
Yeah. They just look like you have loaves of bread on them. And I don't know, man. Uggs is kind of a really interesting phenomenon in the fashion industry, I would say.
I love boots. I love wearing boots during
the fall. Me too,
yeah.
But I would never wear Uggs, and guys wear Uggs too. That's also a thing in that field. Mm-hmm. Okay, so how about you tell me 3 things that you do enjoy about fall then?
Okay, 3 things that
you already hated on fall. I want you to give me 3 things that you like about fall.
Okay, well, I do love living somewhere where you can actually see the colors of fall.
Okay, the changing foliage of of nature. Mm-hmm. Well, I used to go to work to Telluride, Colorado, and in the changing seasons, it's beautiful. You see the aspen trees transition into these miraculous colors. You see people on the side of not a cliff, but of the mountain, painting, doing portraits of the landscapes.
Yes.
And you're right. Yeah, we do have the beautiful mountains of Colorado and the trees and the changing seasons here in the fall.
Yeah, so visually that's one. Fall clothes. I love the seasonal clothing.
Okay, so
like
you're a fashion
sweater weather.
Yeah, sweater
the
weather.
The boots, the beanies, scarves. I love that. And there's just something about fall attire that is very appealing to me.
Okay. Do you like pumpkin spice? I know that everybody is like pumpkin spice this, pumpkin spice fries. Like
that's
I know, right?
The pumpkin spice frosty is a thing.
Yeah. So you start seeing that flavor.
Yeah. So more. This is another hot take. I don't like pumpkin spice.
I feel like a lot of people don't like pumpkin spice.
Okay.
I personally do like it. I don't mind it. But in excess, I do. It gets tiring, I guess.
I like pumpkin flavored, like baked goods though, pancakes. Those pancakes that we had the other day, the pumpkin spice, those were really good.
Oh right, yeah, I remember.
Pumpkin spice cookies, pumpkin spice. I don't know, like a banana bread, but like a pumpkin bread, I guess.
Pumpkin spice shits. You start taking the fucking pumpkin spice shits. Yeah, you go to Starbucks, you buy. If you like pumpkin spice stuff, and then that shit goes through you, and then you get the pumpkin spice shits.
Yes. Not supporting Starbucks right now, but that's for another day. I had a third. Oh, the third?
Fall swagger.
I like the anticipation of fall because...
Oh, okay. Getting very metaphysical here. The anticipation.
Well, like this season for me, I guess I start getting excited about Christmas, and I love Christmas. It's my favorite time of the year, so... I don't know. I start getting excited.
It's a month away.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I love Thanksgiving. Yeah. So like the festivities, I not as big on Halloween, but I do enjoy Halloween from time to time as well. So I think holidays, like that holiday season feel like it feels warm inside. So
yeah, it's kind of a socially, it's kind of a weird. Now that you mentioned Halloween and also Thanksgiving, it's kind of a weird transition, no?
Because, drastically.
Because October is part of fall.
Yeah.
It's the epitome of fall, if I may say. Some might be like that's up for discussion, but I think October. I think fall.
Well, I can give you 2 points, like pumpkins.
Yeah,
that's very fall. Pumpkin spice, just that.
Yeah, and then you have this transition to like giving thanks, and then you have Halloween, which is all about creepy and horror and all this shit.
True.
And it's like within the same season, so it's very interesting.
Dynamic. It's a dynamic season.
It's a dynamic season. Yeah. Just like the weather, right?
Yes.
Did we have snow the other day?
Yeah, we did. When you were out of the state, we had snow. It literally snowed for like 24 hours. It snowed how many inches? Like 8 inches, I think. I took a picture.
Damn.
I'm like 80% sure.
Those clouds were loaded then.
Yeah.
I was in Arkansas and it rains a lot in Arkansas. It's very humid. I got to go for a homie's wedding.
Yeah.
Shout out to Irving and his new wife, Valerie. And I got to see a lot of old friends as well, and it was really, really nice and humid. Yeah, very, very, very much humid and kind of crazy.
Yeah, I was definitely glad I didn't have to go to work because it started snowing Friday night, I want to say. And then Saturday I didn't work, so I just stayed inside and just had a chill day. It was one of those days. It was good.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, that Friday was so tiring for me because I had to work extra hours at work for an event that we were doing.
Oh,
and I was just like, I need to...
They got you by the balls,
Oh,
huh?
I know. What was I going to say? Oh, I was just like, shit, I still need grocery shopping. I was just like, should I go today or tomorrow? And thank God I went that same day. Even though I was tired as fuck, I was like, no, I need to get groceries. And then I was just like, thank God, because this snowstorm is not what I was expecting.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere. Yeah. All of a sudden, you guys got snow. We were getting rain over there. Yeah. Massive amounts of rain.
Right. We saw an interesting little guy in our apartment yesterday when we walked in.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that's actually kind of transitioning into the set of news that I have. So let's get right into the news then.
Yeah. So we went to your soccer game last night.
Yeah.
And went to go get some grub afterwards, and then we were walking back in our apartment building, and we walk up, and I kind of look by our door. I was like, what the fuck is that? It was like, looked like a big black dot.
Right.
And I was like, that's a big spider. And then you looked at it, you're like, babe, that's a black widow. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, I have never seen a black widow. And, like,
which is amazing. Like, how have you not seen a black widow? They're common. The Western Colorado black widow or something.
You were just saying that it was native to Colorado, right?
Yeah, it's a native spider. And I was reading a news article, and they were saying that the critters, the insects are starting to come indoors because of the changing seasons.
Escaping the cold,
escaping the cold, exactly. And normally black widows tend to be very distant. They don't like to be bothered, so they try to avoid any commotion or any place
they're not social critters.
Yeah, they're not really social, and they're having to go into warmer places. And we saw one of them creeping outside, and apparently only the female is more poisonous than the male. So yeah, the males you're probably fine. Yeah, son tóxicas las cabronas. They dominate.
I wonder what they were, or if they're non-binary.
Oh well, I don't know. I mean, I think they're just predators. You know, they're just fucking
either way.
Predators.
They're venomous then.
Oh yeah, no. If you get bitten, I was reading that you'll get explosive diarrhea. No, I'm just playing. You don't get explosive diarrhea.
I'm like, what the fuck?
But you do vomit a lot.
Shit.
You get nauseous. You're supposed to put ice in the where they bit you.
Okay.
It helps, I
guess.
Good
to know.
And you get really bad abdominal pains, which is that type of pain is very distinct to their venom. And you get muscle spasms.
Oh.
Have you ever seen somebody get like on those Discovery Channel videos where somebody gets bitten and they show like the process?
Not that I can remember, no.
It's crazy. Your muscles, like your leg, like let's say you bit you on your leg, your leg starts like twitching like crazy. Your muscles start contracting.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Damn, they're dangerous.
Yeah, and apparently I was also reading that depending on how healthy you are or how strong your immune system is, it's you're able to tolerate the poison a lot more. So for some people, it could be lethal, especially for kids, younger.
That makes sense. Smaller
younger
bodies.
People, smaller bodies can take a toll, and you're supposed to take them to the hospital room. Other times, depending on the symptoms, you can maybe get away. You should still go to the hospital.
I'm like, I'm not risking shit.
Don't risk anything. Just go to the hospital. But it's not like that it bites you and you'll toss over and turn. It's progressive. Yeah. We saw this critter and I had to kill it. I'm sorry.
Like, we can't have you
spray the fuck out of it.
Yeah, that thing was creepy. I was like, I've never seen I mean, obviously I know there's bigger spiders out there, but in person, I don't think I've seen a spider that big.
Yeah. I'm surprised you hadn't seen a black widow in general. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
I've evaded them fuckers then.
You're being lucky.
Yeah.
I've seen some nasty motherfuckers. Yeah. Like, have you seen a pregnant black widow?
Oh, so that one wasn't pregnant?
No, that one was. Maybe it was. It was chunky, but I don't know if it was pregnant.
Okay. Okay, you've seen a pregnant one though.
I've seen a pregnant one. Yeah, I've fucking killed a pregnant one. It's the most. If you think it's disgusting, it's one of the most disgusting animals that you can kill. A pregnant black widow, or just a spider that has babies carrying it.
Fucking
it
was just a fucking massacre.
Yeah, it was just crunchy.
Where was it?
I've done it in Mexico once when I was really young, and the most recent one was when I used to live in Grand Junction.
So how are the Mexican ones different?
In a laundromat, huh?
Are the Mexican ones different? Do they look different?
No, they look the same. They're black and they have the little mark. The little mark, the black widow mark. Okay. But there are different black widows that have spots but they're black widows instead of the red mark. Okay. They have. I was reading that there's different spiders.
So you've encountered at least 3 at this point?
Oh, I've encountered plenty.
No,
many. Yeah, many. Those are just you just asked about. No,
just common practice.
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised that you haven't seen it. I've seen a lot of black widows in my lifetime. Wow. Oh yeah, just hanging out.
Yeah,
and I've always killed them. In Mexico, they set fire to them. They'll grab
like
one of those.
They'll
grab a hairspray and then they just just burn the
fucking
fuck
torch
out of
the
them.
shit out of them.
Yeah, just crisp.
Barbecue.
You could probably eat it afterwards, you know.
This is that barbecue.
Yeah, I can't let that go to waste.
Get them nutrients.
Yeah, get them nutrients. Bear Grill that bitch.
I wonder if they have any nutritional value.
I don't know, because they're poisonous. Like,
oh, that's true.
I don't know how that works. I don't know if you know what I mean. Like, if you eat something, if it's poisonous, like if it would fuck you up, or is it only if you're bitten?
I don't know. That's actually kind of a good question.
Right? I wish we were scientists.
Let's ask scientists. Or just ask Google later.
Yeah, we can just ask Google later. But talking about weird critters, one of the latest news that I've also listened to is that bed bugs have been spreading out.
Oh, Jesus.
Have you heard about that at all?
In France and bullshit?
So it started in France, and somebody got him at a university in Mexico, La UNAM.
Oh, no.
Yes, they started spreading over there as well.
Those are nasty fucks.
They're one of the most nasty motherfuckers. I hate them.
Yeah.
I hate chinches or bed bugs. Pinches chinches. And now they're appearing in Seoul in South Korea.
South Korea?
Yeah. So, yeah, because they're starting to see sites of them in different parts of the world.
That's a mess. They need to contain that shit. They need to, I don't know what they need to do, like stop travel or something, because that can get kind of bad.
They're disgusting.
Yeah,
they're disgusting motherfuckers, and they're hard to, the thing is that they're so hard to get rid of.
Yeah,
like you either have to be at a really hot temperature where they won't really survive, and they'll start like, piecing out.
Yeah,
but
well, it's kind of traumatic too. Like,
yeah, they fuck with your head.
Like, it's hard to sleep because we've had them before. Like, someone had a really bad infestation, like, downstairs. So they fucking spread it upstairs.
Yeah. They weren't fucking saying anything, and they got onto our fucking shit.
Yeah. But it was kind of hard to sleep in the same area after that. Like,
yeah. You can't sleep.
Yeah.
You're traumatized. They terrorize you.
Yeah.
They do terrorize you. And they bite in zigzags as well.
Yeah.
That's how you know if it's a bed bug,
What the hell, bro? I don't think I've ever gotten bitten by one.
Yeah, you got lucky.
Yeah, I think you might have. I don't know why.
I don't know why, dude. Like, that was so weird when that episode was happening.
Yeah. They didn't want me, I guess.
You did not get bitten at all. And it was terrorizing.
You got the brunt of it.
Yeah, I got fucked up.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
You know what's weird? And I don't know if this is in my head now that we're in this topic. Sometimes, even though the wound, because they leave a little like bite mark, right? The wound went away. I still sometimes feel the itch.
Oh.
Like they fuck with that specific spot in my nervous system.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah.
That's annoying. What the hell?
Yeah, I'm saying like, and sometimes it'll swell up again. Like the reaction will come back. I swear to God.
Fucking burn the world. Just let it end.
Yeah. Fuck those bugs, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't get that shit under control.
Yeah, so be careful. Just clean your shit.
Well, it's just hard because you can't, like, I would consider ourselves clean people, but we still ended up getting bed bugs because some people were fucking disgusting.
Yeah. And the way we know this is because we kept telling them, hey, you guys need to spray. Like, and they kept spraying in our room.
Yeah.
And they kept coming back, and we're like, okay, this is weird. Where the fuck are these guys?
Yeah, it can't just be here.
Yeah. I don't know if it was us or somebody, but
we told them, we're like, you
guys need to do the whole building. Yeah. We were like, you guys need to do the whole building.
Which they should have done from the beginning, because logistically, wouldn't you think, okay, it's in this section, they're going to fucking spread. Like, that's just common sense.
Yeah. And they spread quick too. And yeah, as soon as they implemented that they were going to spray the whole building, they were gone. And we still have not, thank God,
that was a while ago.
Yeah. And yeah, we still haven't seen him, thank God. And I don't want to see him. And it was probably because somebody was, going through it. And they didn't want to, I don't know what it is at that point. I don't know if you don't want to speak up, or it's weird, because obviously you're it's happening.
And home. I mean, I feel like there's a level of shame that comes with having bed bugs, but at the same time, there has to come a point where you're like, okay, this building is shared. Like, I can't just let this be spread to other people because of
no. And we went to the office, and you mentioned bed bugs, and they have to get on that shit.
Oh yeah,
like that's not good. That's happening. Like, we'll
And it's so annoying to prepare for the spraying.
Oh yeah,
it's so fucking.
They're
annoying.
Terrifying creatures, man. I fucking hate them. Anything parasitic, anything like with the weird exoskeleton in the outside. I fucking hate it.
Yeah, I don't like creepy crawlers. That's why I couldn't fucking look at that spider.
I know. You couldn't even fucking...
Yeah. I was just like, I'll let the man take care of it.
Let the cock walk. Do you have any other news? I have more, but I just want to give you the...
I kind of do.
What do you got?
I saw that Omegle got shut down after 14 years.
Omegle? Oh my God, dude. Yeah. What happened?
Well... My interpretation of it is that kind of, obviously they've had a lot of cases. Something kind of hit the tip of the iceberg and kind of, like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, there was a certain case that I guess kind of tipped that, and there was like no point of return. I guess there was a lawsuit going on about an 11-year-old being matched with, obviously like an older person.
Right. Yeah.
So I think that case kind of became very popular as it should, you know, like that should not be fucking happening.
Yeah. And it happened way often. Like,
and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, way
like, I'm
often.
sure there's hundreds of, like thousands, if not millions of cases of sexual abuse with that app, you know?
Yeah.
But it just kind of seemed like, you know, it happened for so many years, and then this kind of came up with the case, and then kind of became there was like a lot of eyes on that case, so then they're just like, let's just shut this bitch down.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very toxic app if you really...
No, it is.
Chat Roulette, Omegle, all those apps were terrible.
Yeah, and I think the kind of disheartening thing for me, because the CEO made a really long statement. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but essentially what he was saying is that he had very good intentions when he created the app. He kind of described himself as a person that was hard for him to kind of have conversations with people, like face to face. He created that when he was 18. Like, he created that website when he was 18.
Really?
Yeah.
That's insane,
right?
Dude.
So his intent for the app was to build connections with people, and like,
just like Zuckerberg. Haven't we heard that one?
No, and I actually that's kind of a point that I'm trying to make too. Trying to build connections with people about common topics, or even like learn about people's culture, like, because you can talk to anybody worldwide, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just kind of sad that, you know, it kind of came to a point where he wasn't able to manage everything, you know. So that's kind of ultimately why like the app shut down. But I was reading that they had like less than 1 million like lawsuits about like the abuse.
Less than 1 million.
No. But there's a point that I'm trying to make. Whereas platforms like Instagram or Facebook have had more than 1 million cases, and it's just kind of interesting how they're not being like as heavily critiqued.
Of the same thing, though.
Yeah.
Of like minor and adult interactions.
Right.
Okay, that's actually very interesting.
Yeah.
Fuck. Maybe because Omegle is more direct.
Maybe, yeah. And in Omegle, there's an anonymity aspect to it.
Yeah.
At least, I mean, I haven't used the app in years, but at least when I used it, you literally just entered a chat with somebody and you had no idea about who they were, if even what they were saying was true. I would fucking lie. Like, I would always say that I was at least 18.
At least.
Yeah, always.
Damn, dude.
And I was fucking like 12 on this fucking app. I was just like, nah.
Yeah, because don't they ask something specific?
Age, sex, location, ASL.
Yeah, ASL. Yeah, I remember. And then there's Kick. Did you ever fuck with Kick?
Low key.
That was the same thing, but like for texting.
Yeah.
You know, like texting and exchanging. Mm-hmm. Could you do pictures? I can't remember if you could.
On Omegle? Or Kick? Yeah, you could.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, the same garbage.
Yeah. I've never heard of Kick in a long time.
Yeah. I think
sure
Kick is now like a streaming, like
what the fuck,
yeah,
really?
They're trying to be like a streaming.
Oh, weird.
Thing. Yeah. But yeah, I remember going through it and seeing a lot of Turkish dick, you know?
Specifically.
Yeah.
Turkish.
You would see things. I thought I saw Drake once, I want to say.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, he was like on a tour bus, but I don't know if it was fake or not.
Oh, weird.
He asked, he was typing and asking, like he was just on
But
on
did you see him or no?
Yeah, I got to see him.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Then it looked like him? Legitimately, or that you can remember?
No, yes, I swear to God.
Oh,
I swear to God. It was on his Take Care era.
Oh.
Yeah, when he had that kind of like heavier fro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of a thing, you know. I feel like that was kind of a thing where you were with your friend, you were both kind of bored, so let's just go talk to fucking somebody across the world. Like that was
well, that was the whole thing.
Do, you know?
That was the whole thing.
And that's what I'm trying to say is that the CEO of Omegle, wanted to create something good and like wanting to connect people.
We know how technology works. Though.
Yeah, and then
or humans and technology.
That's the point that I'm trying to make is that humans take a good thing and fuck it up, basically, because they're fucking disgusting creepos. I mean, I'm not a child
You're
predator.
Not a human.
But...
No, yeah, of course not. No, I'm thinking just humans.
Okay.
I would never put you into that spectrum. Okay. Jesus Christ.
I'm just clarifying.
You took it the wrong way. But yeah, thank you for clarifying.
Yeah. No, but it's true. Like humans, it's just human nature to take something and find a way to fuck it up.
That's what ends up happening. It's like, okay, but can you make it sexual?
Basically,
it's like,
yeah.
Hey, I got this idea for great water bottles. Can you make it sexual?
Make it phallic.
Yeah, yeah. You know, yeah, man.
You were on chat roulette. I was
on chat roulette.
I've never.
It's the same shit.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, it's the same shit. You could choose whether you wanted your camera on or off when it started.
I was always too scared to turn my camera on.
I mean, if you were like a 12-year-old girl. You shouldn't have.
Yeah.
First of all, you shouldn't have been there, and second of all, your camera should have been off.
Oh, for sure.
For safety reasons,
yeah,
even.
Yeah.
There's probably fucking fucked up, scary stories on there.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Jesus Christ, man! So it got shut down finally.
Yeah. Basically, I think the CEO was just like, there was this exact quote that he had said. Let me look for it because actually, I was just like, that's kind of a cool quote. Here's a little snippet of what he said. Unfortunately, what is right doesn't always prevail. As much as I wish circumstances were different, the stress and expense of this fight, coupled with the existing stress and expense of operating Omegle and fighting its misuse, are simply too much. Operating Omegle is no longer sustainable, financially nor psychologically. Frankly, I don't want to have a heart attack in my 30s.
Holy shit, man.
This guy's fucking young.
In his 30s?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That is insane.
If the math is right, he should be like 32 because he started when he was 18 and the platform is 14 years old.
Fuck, dude. That is insane.
Oh my God, that's like your age. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. This guy was killing it at 18. Holy shit, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
Respect
for that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little sad for him because someone took his creation and obviously he had no ill intent. At least he doesn't give me the impression that he didn't want anything.
But you don't think he thought about it? I mean, being devil's advocate on this side, you don't think
that considered that it could happen?
Yeah, considered. Was he that naive is what I'm saying.
I mean, he was 18. And also,
exactly my point. At 18, you're thinking with your dick most of the time.
But also, the internet wasn't as complicated as it is now.
You're right. Yes. Yeah,
there was a lot of things that... There were a lot of factors that weren't... being considered when the internet like first came out, like the possibilities that could have happened, I guess. Yeah. It was just a kind of an unpredictable thing and very new. So
yeah, maybe
I don't know.
Maybe he was naive. I don't know. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I was just trying to be devil's advocate, you know. But if it got out of hand, a while back though.
That's what I'm saying. Like low key, it's kind of long overdue, but at the same time, it's interesting how other social media platforms aren't as heavily criticized, but I also understand that there's other aspects of the other social media apps. So
no, and you come across questionable things on TikTok, like you're like, okay, this is a kid's app. You know, I feel sometimes guilty of posting these videos, even though we don't say anything particularly like bad, you know, but just because of the dynamic that we have, you know, I feel like I don't know, you know, but
if this is on TikTok, hi.
But I also see other people posting the most outrageous thing, and I'm like, okay, that's
I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, and TikTok has gotten better about taking shit down, I guess, but sometimes they're a little too much. Like, you can't even like Facebook is terrible for that. Like, you post something that is a little bit controversial, they'll take it down.
Yeah,
they'll take it down. They don't give a fuck. They're like, this video has this, and the other.
Yeah,
Zuckerberg is not having it.
Well, low-key TikTok comments are starting to get like that too. No.
Have you seen that? I don't know.
No, it happened to you.
Oh, like, yeah. I sometimes comment on some TikToks, and if you say something, something I guess sort of mean, I guess, or not even mean.
It's just like
something like
combative
or sarcastic, and you include the word fuck, it might get taken down.
Get flagged.
Yeah. So, but then there's these other comments that you see, that you hear about it, or you read about, and they're terrible as well. And you're like, how is this still standing? And then me making a metaphorical, dig to somebody gets taken down that easy, and whatever. That's a problem when it's on. Talking about TikTok, it's a good transition to the other news that I have about the Bad Bunny versus AI debacle that has taken over the internet lately. People are dancing and making videos to a recent song that came out using artificial intelligence to mimic Bad Bunny's style and flow, and mashed it up with Daddy Yankee and Justin Bieber's vocals. So this is been going on. The song is called Demo 5 Nostalgia, and it was created by a producer who calls himself Flow GPT, who uses AI to create these tracks. This producer came out with an AI video explaining his whole concept and kind of confronting Bad Bunny after people in the internet started sharing what Bad Bunny had said about the song in his WhatsApp page.
Which the WhatsApp page is a little... I have some thoughts about that.
Yeah, I use WhatsApp, but it's for messaging. I don't know.
Well, it's just fucking weird to me, like, that concept, because he has people added, but they can't, like, talk back to him. So it's kind of like him sending messages to a group chat, but nobody can reply. So that aspect is like...
They can only, like, reaction.
React. Yeah,
they can only react, like sad face and heart or whatever.
That's a little bit of a tangent, but
continue. No, you're good. This is good that you explained that, because it is a weird concept, and he started doing it, and I imagine it'd be kind of odd to send a message to the internet, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, and not receive any necessary feedback.
Well, and I think that just gives people a false sense of friendship with him in a way. I don't know.
Like, he's just trying to connect with people, but also stay his distance.
Yeah.
It's like he's using WhatsApp as his own, like, social media.
And if I'm wrong, someone please tell me, but this is like the first time I've seen a celebrity do that with WhatsApp, and I don't think that's very popular. But if I'm wrong, let me know.
If he's experimenting, for sure, but it is kind of a interesting concept. Yeah. I mean, because you could do it in any other application, really. Just comment and people will read your Instagram post or your X / Twitter, whatever the fuck. But doing it on WhatsApp, I guess, because WhatsApp has a different context it lives in, where it's more, you're trying to get a hold of somebody, you're trying to stay connected with people, and it's used very mainly for that, and maybe that sense of closeness comes attached to the app itself. So he's trying to maybe adopt that and use that for connecting with his fans. But this is what he said. Obviously it is translated, the moquito. If you guys this is what he said: if you like that shitty song that's viral on TikTok, get out of the group right now. You do not deserve to be my friend. That's what he said. So what do you think about that statement that Benito made?
Well, I think you're missing a little bit of the context of the message of, like, where he's like, this is why I made this new album, because to get rid of people like you.
Yeah. He also said that. Yeah, you're right. I only read the shitty part, I guess.
Yeah. But I mean, that's to be critiqued as well. I can kind of see his point a little bit. It's just like, I don't appreciate his delivery, because I think it is in the...
It's how he went about it.
Yeah, and I can respect if the problem that he has is solely with people profiting off his voice. But he could have, because I do agree that's kind of an issue.
No, like, it's fucked up.
That's we're gonna have to deal with, like, as a society,
fucked up.
And in that industry specifically. But I don't. First of all, he called the song shitty, so that's kind of not just disrespecting the people that do enjoy it, but also like the artist of like whoever made that like original song, right? At least I think, because if you call a song shitty, that's you attacking like even the lyricism of it, like the instrumental piece of it. Sorry, it took me a while, but I got there. The instrumental, like he's critiquing that as well. So I don't like that, and also he's very. It's almost like has a list of requirements for someone to be his fan.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you have to like my album or else you're not a fan of me.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little weird.
Yeah.
Like his concept of, like his ego aspect is starting to get a little weird.
Yes.
You know, a little, what's the guy that did Morbius? Jared Leto-ish.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Where he has like his following and it starts getting a little culty.
Yeah.
I feel like that's directing yourself as a celebrity, directing yourself to your fans like that, it seems a little condescending.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? So that makes me nervous for him.
Yeah.
For him to be acting like that.
Yeah, and I think that
or
reaction,
directing himself like
right,
that.
and I think that reaction, a part of something that is contributing to his reaction is also that his latest album isn't doing as well as he has in the past.
The numbers aren't there.
Yeah.
The numbers aren't there.
He has a few, songs that are kind of hot on the charts, but I just remember when Un Verano Sin Ti came out, that shit was popping.
People were playing it left and right.
Yeah.
And honestly, this album did not do it for me.
No, same.
And there's parts of it, I'm not hating on everything. There's parts of it that are very interesting, very fresh. I feel like there's, you could tell that Bad Bunny had, a say on a lot of the dynamics and the creativity aspect of the songs. And but for me, it's like a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10, because it's just, first of all, I haven't been on replay. Normally an album that drops Bad Bunny, I'm listening to the 20-something songs that he drops. And now he's in a stance where he drops 22 new songs, and the one that goes viral is not even one. Yeah, not even one of them that came out on the album, and that has to hurt your ego a lot.
Yeah,
that has to hurt.
Yeah. That just really shows that he's very He wants to be very selective about who his fan base is.
Selectiveness, yes.
Yeah. And I think he's kind of, it's interesting because there's a point to what I'm saying. We were kind of talking the other day of like I wonder who like his publicist is that kind of allows him to kind of like throw temper tantrums like that. And you're like, well, I think people get to a certain point where they kind of surround themselves with yes men, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's his problem, that his audience is not being yes men right now with him. That he is being critiqued for his album as a whole. He's not, and that's something I don't think he's used to, because I feel like this is probably one of the first times that his album is like heavily critiqued in this manner.
Yeah.
Yeah. His past few albums, all fucking good in my opinion.
Yeah.
They've all had really good songs, and I think this is the first time that he is faced with criticism, so he's having a problem with it, maybe not knowing how to go about it the right way. Not used to his fans reacting that way.
Yeah.
But I think, obviously I'm not an artist, but if I were to be, I would like to be the type of artist that would have an audience filled with people who are capable of critiquing my work, so that I can kind of perfect my craft. And so I just think he's having trouble accepting that because of his ego.
Yeah. And there's a lot of things to dissect from that, because he keeps mentioning like my true fans. This album was for my true fans, but in reality, even haters can be fans.
True.
So what is really a true fan? If somebody is giving you the time of day to listen to 3-4 of your songs, your whole album, or buys first row tickets to you, they're fans.
Oh, that's another fucking piece.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the whole fucking ticketing system with Ticketmaster. Was it Ticketmaster?
Yeah.
Where tickets were an outrageous fucking amount, or are an outrageous.
Yeah, I have a friend who has a sister who does events around Denver, and she bought 3 Bad Bunny tickets because she like did an event and did like a Halloween party, and they had like a costume contest. So she bought tickets for her and her sister, and then whoever won the costume contest. Those 3 tickets, like nosebleed seats pretty much, each of them costs over $300.
Over $300 in nosebleeds?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. It's insane. And I mean, I don't know how much he can control, but because they have the whole dynamic system.
I guess that's true. That's a fair point too.
Yeah, that they are trying to implement on this ticketing agencies because people overbuy tickets and then they want to
make a profit
out of it. And well, yeah, that whole thing is a whole another thing, and it's ridiculous. Either way, it's ridiculous. Like, it's way too much money.
And we've seen that across several artists. I'm not just critiquing Bad Bunny in specific for the situation.
Yeah, this is
we've seen it happen before.
Yeah, depends on like the level of, I guess, popularity or demand. That you're in. It can change the prices, I guess.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say.
I'm sure there's a lot of little bullshit that we don't like understand about like the logistics of how Ticketmaster does it, but I feel like there's a part of me that does believe that the artist has to have at least some percentage of the say, you know?
Yeah. Oh, well, and he has to because he's the one taking it.
Yeah.
Well,
and like
his production and all that, you know, it gets divided in a lot of pieces, but the artist does take a portion. And
yeah, that's true. I don't know. I just think that his downfall, in my opinion, was getting involved with the Kardashian family.
The curse.
We might get a little messy, but yeah, that's my hot take, I guess.
No, I mean, a lot of people bash on that relationship.
Yeah.
Just because of what the Kardashians have represented, you know, and with the whole cultural appropriation and him standing out, you know, for the colonization, you know, in his previous songs, El Apagón, if you want to really look into it. I mean, that's basically what it's saying, you know, like they don't want white people just coming in and taking their land, you know, and, you know,
their culture.
This new age colonization, I guess, and their culture. And now he's with someone that has culturally appropriated, and not just them. A lot of famous people have dedicated themselves to making tequila. Which
for sure.
It's kind of weird.
Not just them,
but it's part of it. You know, it's part of the whole thing. And him affiliating himself with these people has fucked his image one way or another.
Yeah, I mean, because he was claiming to be representative of like being against cultural appropriation, against colonization, but then goes to someone who literally has profited off of Mexican culture. Yeah. And so I think it's very hypocritical on his end.
And obviously I will never know. And I honestly would never want to know what kind of goes down on those inner circles. But a lot of the times you see how those people interact and act, and you can tell that they are very vain and out of touch in a lot of ways. And it's weird because some of them were born into it. So that's all they know.
Well, like that family, basically. Most or I guess the older siblings not as much, but the younger ones, like definitely Kendall, Kylie.
Yeah, and I don't even know much about the Kardashians. Like I didn't even know about the curse until he got with Kendall, which was so odd when I heard it. I'm like, all right, I get it, but not really. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like,
I think it's a thing.
Oh shit! What do you mean?
Google it.
The curse?
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I don't know.
It's just too much to talk about right now. But...
Yeah. No, I mean, I believe it. There might be some witchcraft with those bitches. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Las brujas. Which, I don't. It's insane, man. Yeah. And going back to the Bad Bunny AI. We were also watching a video of this other podcaster and YouTuber that gave like a cool aspect or brought a different aspect of what art is and the artistry of a song and music and just art in general. And he was talking about Walter Benjamin. Walter Benjamin was a philosopher, to put it that way, even though there's discussion of whether he was or he wasn't, but he was a philosopher, in my opinion. And he talked about the aura of art, which aura, it's basically like the soul or the essence of a piece. What makes art really, or meaningful? And as an example, he used the concept of the Mona Lisa or a Van Gogh that you go see at a museum, where you could see the Mona Lisa painting everywhere, distributed massively, but it doesn't have the same essence or aura of seeing it in the Louvre in France.
It doesn't hit the same.
It doesn't hit the same. And the reason it doesn't hit the same is because anything that is mass produced like that which is everything nowadays, from pictures to movies to everything that gets mass produced loses that aura.
Yeah, because there's no craft behind it.
Exactly. There's no artisanal craft behind it. And now with AI coming into the picture and being able to mimic a lot of those artistic things that we were mentioning, the instrumentals, the flow, the tonalities, the voices, etc., everything that goes in and is able to replicate it, now Bad Bunny must feel like, what the fuck?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, and I think that's kind of why I understand his point a little bit, even though his delivery I didn't appreciate, is that this is something that they're gonna have to deal with in their industry, you know, like find a way to, I don't know if avoiding it is like
they're gonna have to put a
either,
stop to it, just like they're trying to do in Hollywood. They're gonna have to, and that's the problem, that technology is going by so fast, faster than we can fucking exponentially. Like, we have fucking dinosaurs in Congress. It's not gonna, they're not even aware of what's really happening, I don't think. And with technology advancing so fast, exponentially, like you said, and not putting a stop to it, there's a lot of ethical new ground that needs to be kind of addressed. And we're basically going through it right now, starting to go through it. And I want to say that that's why the whole protesting thing about AI and being substituted
I see.
with a real person and somebody, you know, just magically appearing in the background through AI and standing up for themselves, it's kind of a eye-opening experience too, because they're letting them know that this shit's happening. Yeah, we can just get AI to write a script.
Well, it's like that Black Mirror episode, Joan is Awful.
Yeah,
like that. It's like that literally showed the dangers that it can bring, and also the lack of value that something can have if it's not truly authentic, I guess.
Yeah, it loses that essence, that aura that we were talking about. Now think about this, like, let's say this music, this album did not hit because it was missing that essence, right? That aura for whatever reason. And even though there's good songs in there, you know, that you can enjoy, it was missing something, right? So what if,
in our opinion,
so what if that means that Bad Bunny no longer has a soul?
Oh, fucking hey. Oh, he went there. I mean,
like, his life is soulless.
Well, they say that a lot of celebrities get to that point where they just sell their soul. For fame, basically,
to add mysticism to the whole thing, because that's what we like to do here. What if something like that is happening? Once you get into those inner circles, you know, they literally talk about selling your soul, and maybe he did, and that doesn't necessarily mean like in a spiritual level. Maybe in a spiritual level, yes, or it could be something as simple as giving something away for fame, you know, something meaningful that we don't know about.
Yeah, it's just creepy to think about.
People say family members. Some people say your virginity as a man, you know. But yeah, whatever it was, this new album was not it for me, man.
No.
And I'm sorry to say that. And he has another thing coming. He's teasing that he'll have another album coming in. But I think that and me being a fan of Bad Bunny, that's the thing. Like, I have his I have a calendar back here.
That's 2 years old, by the
Yeah,
way.
2 years old. But it was done so cool that it has like Bad Bunny. It's Bad Bunny themed. And if this new album does not hit, I want to say that we might be seeing a really big decay in Bad Bunny's career.
So many celebrity disappointments this year.
Yeah.
What we were talking about earlier, so it's not as related to what we're talking about right now. But I just want to point out another hypocritical thing is that he's complaining about not being paid for his voice, but he wasn't paying Gabriela for being on his song.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, because he got a lawsuit, right? For using her voice. Yeah. And you know what's weird? I was also reading that this Flow GPT producer came out and was like, hey, the song is an inspiration off of you, you know, and I'm a fan myself. Which he did it in this AI robot type of video, which was kind of weird. But
I'll have to.
It was a weird delivery, but I guess I get it, you know. And he was talking about how he would give the song free to him as long as he just got some credit. The song is yours. Like, you can have the song. Just make sure to give me some credit to Flow GPT. But
Interesting.
He was saying that his whole concept of producing music with AI was to bring collaborations that have never been done before. So,
yeah, I feel like the procedure for doing that is definitely going to change in the future. I don't think in the future people are going to be able to just take someone's voice freely and then make a song out of it without consent, basically.
Yeah, no, and it hasn't happened just to Bad Bunny. It has happened to Drake, and it has happened to other reggaeton artists.
And other artists in general. Like I've heard voices from like AI of Elvis Presley, Stevie Wonder, Lana Del Rey too, weirdly enough. Just like it's happening to everybody. So Ariana Grande too. I've seen that. And I was like, shit, like, and I don't know about you, but sometimes I feel conflicted because I'm like, shit, this is kind of fire, but it's also like they didn't actually do it.
Yeah.
So, and I think that goes back to the aura, right? It's like knowing that they didn't really do it. Like to me, that's something that in the back of my mind, that's like kind of, it's weirding me out.
Fuck, man. It is more complicated than it looks, you know, and it's fucked up, man. This whole thing. Yeah. I actually don't even like the song, the viral song on TikTok.
Oh, really?
I actually don't like it.
Oh. Yeah. The song itself or the voices? Or what is it that you don't like?
I don't know. It sounds AI-ish to me. Like, okay, to me, it still sounds... But I will say that it's pretty fucking spot on, though. It sounds AI-ish, but it's pretty fucking spot on. Like, it's about polishing. Like, it could fucking fool me.
Some auto-tune.
Yeah. But it's fucking amazing what they can do. Because Daddy Yankee's flow, like da-da-da-da-da-da, you know, it's spot on and it's fucking creepy, you know.
I wonder if he has said anything about the song.
I don't know, man. Well, there's this whole thing where not mimicking, but like copying somebody's... Imitation is the...
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
Greatest...
What is it? Form of flattery.
Exactly. So, yeah, I don't know. If you were in Bad Bunny's shoes, how would you taken it?
I don't think I would have addressed it so publicly.
Okay.
First of all, because that just leaves room for a lot of opinions. I probably would have directly approached, what is his name? DJ GPT? What is it?
No, Flow GPT.
Flow GPT.
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey man, like respectfully, like if you want to collaborate in the future, like I would appreciate, you know, a discussion before you take my art and kind of make something out of it. But the thing is that there's no legality aspect yet.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
So that's tricky. So he can just be like, no, fuck you. I'm gonna just
like I'm not breaking any I'm not breaking any laws. Exactly. I'm not breaking any laws.
Exactly.
I can do it because I'm not breaking any laws.
Exactly. So I wouldn't have made it a public thing, I don't think.
Fair. But this is the problem with that in the internet right now is that people expect something,
like a
reaction out of you. People expect something.
True.
If you don't say anything, then you're in the wrong. And if you say something, you can potentially be, you know, treated like shit.
Right.
So
yeah, you're right.
It's hard to be on his spot. Like you know, if he doesn't have, I don't know how he feels, man. But if he's going through a hard time, you know, hopefully he gets better and gets rid of the curse. If you know, you know what that means. You know what that means, Benito. You know. It's fucked up.
No, man. And I honestly do think maybe he is going through a hard time because he's just been met with so much criticism lately. And and it's not just one person; it's like a multitude of people. So, yeah, that's obviously going to take a toll. Yeah, exactly.
Whether he likes it or not, it's going to be his fans.
That's what I'm saying, and it's bringing back to my point of for years he's had people telling him, "Yes, you're fired," and I approve of that. You know, I agree. You know, he's been really good as an artist. So this is like kind of his first time faced with a major controversy.
Backlash.
Yes, backlash. So.
Yeah. And whatever it is. And another thing to mention like on this new album is that he kind of went back to 2016 Benito, you know, by bringing more trap. And he did not land it.
I agree.
He had some good flows, but I like as an album, the whole concept of the album did not fit. It actually seemed a little weird that he was talking shit. He seemed like he was talking a lot of shit on the album, and on his previous song he's like, lo que digan los demás pues no me importa, ¿sí me entiendes? So I'm like, why are you responding? ¿Por qué estás haciendo tiradera? You know?
Yeah. I mean,
it's just weird.
I could be overthinking it, but I mean, when you really think about it, the backlash started when he started dating Kendall.
Yeah.
So.
And I mean, maybe drama, they've probably told them drama sells, you know? So if you can like fucking bash a couple people here and there in your songs, that's going to sell because it's going to create, you know, commotion.
You got to spell the T, Benito.
Yeah. The moquito.
Maybe be careful.
The moquito. Gosh, dude.
We'll see what his next album brings.
It's
not too late for him.
Yeah. 2024 could be a good year for him.
Yeah.
Could be, you know, but he has to make sure he puts heart and soul y sazon.
Yeah.
Sazon.
Yeah, I don't want to see him fail, obviously, but I am allowed to be critical of his work because he's putting it out there, you know.
Well, and to reference back about the friendship thing, when you have a friend, you don't want somebody that says yes to you every time. You want somebody that can create a dynamic of like exchanging ideas, emotions, and understandings of whatever it is, you know, in life. And I feel like a friend lets you do that back and forth. And if you want your friend to tell you, yes, that looks gorgeous. Yes, you're amazing. Yes, all the time. And the thing is that it's not true. Like you're going through a hard time and you need to hear the truth. Then that's not a friend. That's the whole thing. A lot of people don't understand that a friend will tell you things straight up because he cares about you, loves you, if he's really your friend. And his fans, in a way, could be his friends. But he should be expecting the backlash, you know, and take the criticism, the true criticism. I'm not talking about like some bullshit, you know, like you just suck, you know, like true criticism, true fans actually like asking like, what the fuck, you know, like what's going on? He needs to come into a realization. But in the spot that he's in, where he is surrounded by yes men and his ego is up the roof, let's be honest, he might not have the ears for him.
He ain't ready.
He ain't ready. But with that, how about we transition to this last section that we have here at the podcast called What's Your Bop? Deanna, lead me with it. What is your bop for the week?
My bop.
What do you want our listeners to go and bop out?
Is the Chulo Part 2 by Badial, Tokisha, and Young Miko.
Chulo Part 2. Chulo, 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 chulo. La cadena le brilló en lo oscuro. I know, it's catchy as fuck.
I love that song.
And I'm not really a big fan of Tokisha, actually.
I'm barely getting into her.
She's a little too weird for me. You know, she's like the equivalent of Doja Cat in reggaeton.
Okay.
You know, like to me, that's kind of how I'm like.
Okay.
You're a little weird.
I'm more of a Young Miko fan, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. She's popping off, dude. Mm-hmm. She's popping off.
Na Puerto Rican.
Yeah, watch her. Mine is gonna be Houdini by Dua Lipa.
Okay.
Her newest song. I think she's gonna drop out an album, so I am ready for it.
All right.
I'm a Dua Lipa fan and love her Future Nostalgia album a lot, and she just released this Houdini album. You know what she does? She does great pop, honestly. I think Dua Lipa does great pop, and she is good at combining dancing like beats with melody and like interesting sounds. You know, she's very creative with her way of creating like a pop song, and I think she's great.
Yeah, props to her.
That's my song. Go check it out, Houdini. And what was yours? Chulo Part 2. There you go. On the Yelkin Around playlist. Yelkin Ecstasy playlist. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you did, for listening always. And remember, give it a like, thumbs up, subscribe. Support the program. Support the show. We're very thankful now that it's November. And hopefully you guys get to spend some good time with your families. Yeah. Cherish those moments. And
however you celebrate.
It's also the time of the season where you're trying to get a date. You know, you're just trying to date somebody
cuffing
real quick.
Season.
Yeah, cuffing season as they call it. You know, you're swiping right more often. Season. You know.
Yeah.
Your what's
your
it called?
Standards lower.
Your standards definitely lower during winter. And
for survival.
Yeah, you don't want to eat mashed potatoes by yourself in the family living room. You know, you want to be with somebody.
Oh, God.
Even though you know once spring comes around, once March comes around, you know, you're done.
Yeah, for hot girl summer.
Yeah, hot girl summer. Yeah, it's like, you know what? This isn't working out here. And yeah, so we're seeing you guys. I hope you guys are thankful. We certainly are. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hasta luego.
Thank you. And be careful, the Black Widows.
Yeah. Clean your rooms. See ya.